All I want to know is, where are the blue collar men when they're not at work? Because they're rarely at the bar. They're not on Hinge. Like, I can't find them anywhere. Sometimes at Buffalo Chip, but that's about it.
If the man that was pursuing you all of a sudden stopped pursuing you, it is not because he didn't like you from the very start. Trust me, he liked you. That's why he was putting in effort. The bottom line is that he probably wasn't receiving much effort back from you. And that's why he didn't even bother communicating to you what the problem was, because he just figured that you weren't really that interested in him. So that's why he went silent.
I have a question for men and women. What is up with all of the pretty women being single? The most gorgeous women, like stunning, body proper, face card on, but they're single. What is it? I really get so confused when I see a beautiful woman with a nice body, with a nice face, and she's by herself.
A lot of these modern women spend decades being told to be independent, to be strong, and now they're exhausted. Now you're alone. Now you're realizing that nobody wants you. And you can't even say that people didn't warn you about the cost, because they did. Turns out that advice was trash. Should have listened.
69% of Gen Z say they're not ready for a relationship, even though they may want one. Why do you think that is?
I'll talk to, let's say, a male dater in his 20s in New York, and he'll say, I can't date until I make six figures. I find this is especially true with men, where there's this sense of women need me to be a provider. And for a number of sociological, cultural reasons, they don't feel like they're able to be that yet, so they don't even put themselves out there.
A lot of men already are losing so much interest in dating. A lot of men won't even date anymore, period. And if we keep treating men the way that we currently do, this is gonna be just a normal thing. All the men who still have hope and are still dating are just gonna stop. We need to come to a middle ground so everybody can be happy in relationships and no one feels used or taken advantage of.
And this is my wifely opinion. Showing a man that you're a wife before you get the ring is just like when you apply to a job, you have to show your qualifications to see if you're suitable. If you're not suitable, they're going to go with the next best candidate. Just like a man. Why would they wife a woman up and they don't even know what she has to offer? Just like you shouldn't say yes to him unless you know what he has to offer. Obviously, he showed you something for him to be husband material. So my wifely suggestion is that stop looking for a handout and put in some work.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. Women want men to read their minds, make the first move, approach correctly, show up in a certain way. That's the entire industry, teaching them how they should be pursued. But when a man doesn't nail it, when a man doesn't do as they want him to do, as they think he should do, then he's the problem. Instead of saying, maybe I should adapt to what society.
What do you guys love about men? Like, what's something you're just like, this is why I want to marry a man, because I love this about, well, this is what men do.
If he loves Jesus. Same.
I'm super proud of you guys.
And why is that? Why is that important in a relationship?
God comes first. Because he has to go to church with me. Exactly.
And what do those values bring when a guy loves Jesus?
Republican.
I respect that.
I need a Republican man.
I said she's... Alright, we're on Rainback Crossing. Cross the chicken. Cross the chicken. Cash out. Let's go. Why are you naked out here? Naked? Yeah. You're dressed like a... Looking mad with I said she's... Does height matter in a guy, yes or no? Yeah. Go step on the scale. Let's see. 180 pounds? You're tripping. Depending on the opportunity you get in life is based on how you dress. Exactly. Wait, intelligent.
I read this article that said single women shouldn't blame themselves for being single right now. Because for the first time in history, more women are educated than men. Of course that's going to throw some things off, because we women want to marry at least at our own level, and we're finding that we're more educated and make more money than the men that we're going on dates with. For the past 15 years, we've had 4 women graduate from college for every 3 men. That's over $1 1.5 million more women with college degrees. I'm not saying that a college degree makes you earn more money, makes you better, but having a college degree definitely opens you up to more opportunities to make more money, be more educated, to have shared experiences. It also talks about all these single women is going to change dating behavior. I found that very interesting. Maybe I'll cover that in a part 2. Drop it in a comment if you'd like me to.
A lot of these modern women, they think they're the prize. Looking raggedy, looking scraggly, they think they're the prize. They legit do, and it's become a huge problem. No, modern women don't want to put in the work. They want people to chase them around. They want people to pursue them and pay for this and do that, and put in absolutely no work. No work at all. What man is going to do that?
Every girl's walking through life thinking they're going to win the lottery and date this top 1% man. He has to be over 6 foot. He has to make over 70K. He has to be attractive. He has to be attractive. What? But see, this is here, wait. This is the problem. That sounds nice. It sounds nice and it's possible, but it's not probable. It's probably not going to happen.
Not for every
so
woman.
I'll tell you another stat. Okay, so big banks are investing in things like cat food, wine, because 50% of women are projected to be single and childless over 30. So that means all the girls in this room, half of us will never have kids. And it's also like if you don't get married by 35, your odds of getting married and having a long, stable relationship ever it's very low.
Women can't take over, right? We're not strong enough. What are you going to take over the military, honey? Women going to take over the military? What would happen? Oh, those other really scary countries are going to be so afraid of an all-female military. God help us all. We can't do it, right? We can't take over all the construction of the streets, right? We can't take over, carrying the gasoline to and fro and the pickup truck. We're not going to do all that. We're not going to be all the engineers, and we're not going to be all the construction workers, and we're not going to build the roads and bridges, and we can't. We can't do it, okay? And I would argue that there are many limitations that happen even in the political world for women because it's extremely grueling. Anything that you're going to do that's extremely grueling is going to take a toll on women differently than men because our hormonal cycle is built into our biology, and it just is.
A lot of these modern women, with the stuff that they're saying, they say some off-the-wall stuff, and then they start asking the question, how come we can't find a good guy? A respectable man, a man that goes to church or whatever. Well, you guys are walking past the good guys, but because you think they're boring and you don't really like them because you're not in the right headspace, how can you tell what a good guy is? You're not even a good person, to be honest.
95% of all women in today's world are stuck in survival mode because feminist movement's amazing for a lot of things. Yes, we get to work. Yes, we get to have equal rights. Yes. There's still a lot of work to do. And we are still in this very gray area right now where women have stepped into a man's world and said, hey, we can too. And so now men are really having to learn, I've got to actually shift into this new dynamic as well to create equality in the home. And it's not like 50-50, but finding what works for you as partners. And it's hard. We're all learning how to be in this brand new dynamic where women are playing both roles, masculine and feminine. And we're good at it too, right? And now men are learning how to be in their healthy feminine and healthy masculine as well.
Hope a lot of modern women were able to get all of the attention and validation and energy that they wanted from a man. All of the begging that you wanted a man to do. I hope you got that. Because for a lot of brothers, that era is over. That era is over. Please don't go. I'll do anything. Oh, please. No. I'll help you pack. You need to leave? Where's your car at? I'll call some of the brothers over here to come move your couch for you. As long as you get out of my face.
Do you have to choose between business and family?
Yes, especially for the men that I date. So let me be clear, because I'm very clear. I believe a woman should be feminine, and I believe a man should be masculine. And I feel like we've gotten to a space where the roles are inverted. Now men are much more feminine and females are much more masculine.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, you got to look at it. You got to think about the statistic of how many black mothers are raising their sons by themselves, and so it's not by a desire; it's a necessity. You've got to show that be the breadwinner. You've got to go to work. You've got to raise those children. You've got to pay the bills, and so I can understand why that's happening, especially to our people. But I also feel like it's so important to understand, like, what is most important inside of what it is that we're choosing? And can you choose yourself? So for me, I want high value, high earning, masculine men.
Can someone please tell me what happened to the men that approached women? What happened? Because a guy will look at you all night, make eye contact, follow you when you go to a certain place, but then not approach me. Not ask for my number. Nothing. So, just want to say, for Valentine's Day, I'm going out with my girlfriends. Men, if you're listening, if you're looking at this video, if a girl is out with her girls, there's a high chance, I want to say 95% chance, that she's single. So approach her, please. One more thing. If she's not making eye contact with you, then she probably just wants to hang out with her girls, so don't approach her. Leave her alone. And yeah, that's it. Good night.
You know, a lot of these modern women are just flat out masculine. They present as feminine, but they're flat out masculine. They're so focused on being strong and independent and not needing nobody that a lot of times they forgot how to be soft. And that's what men actually want. Femininity, softness, peace, nurturing. A lot of these modern women don't know nothing about that. But they're thinking the stuff that they do and the things that they say, that's attractive. It's not attractive. It's exhausting. Give it a rest.
I can't stand a man that acts like he doesn't understand what's expected of him off rip. And he will expect so many different things from you. That's the funny part about this. Oh my God. Dating in this climate is just so freaking funny because men will expect a laundry list of things from you. You know, they expect you to come dressed to the nines, you know, looking pretty and ready to listen to whatever they want to rant about or talk about and talk about themselves the whole time. Yet, when you ask for something as simple as like opening up a door, or you shouldn't even have to ask for that, flowers, or for them to buy you something that you like, it's crickets. It's crickets. It's like you're speaking a foreign language to them. And I'm done. I'm about to start exclusively dating women.
What's funny is that with all these modern women talking, men still do 99% of the dangerous, body-destroying work in this country. But somehow, some way, that gets erased from the conversation. Economic inequality. In that argument, men's contribution to society always gets forgotten. It's just, woe is me. I'm doing terrible. And modern women conveniently continue to forget who is actually building the infrastructure of this country.
This is for those women who believe that there are no good men left. How dare you lose confidence in us men? Like every single man on the planet is made in the image and the likeness of your ex. You see, you allow these social media quotes and these fake relationship experts who have never held on to anything good in their life tell you how to run your love life. Listen, I promise you that there are good men out there. I promise you that will invest their time into you, that will give you the attention and the love that you need. You will not be an option. They will choose you and only you, and you will know it. But you have to believe it though. You have to believe that guys like this, that good men still do exist. We are not extinct, and you can't settle. You have to believe that there's a man out there who wants to treat you like you're magic, because you are magic. Believe me when I say, there are still good men out there who want to date you.
So I just figured out where all of the hustle material guys are in New York City, and I cannot believe it took me now 7 years living here to figure out this secret. So hear me out here. So me and my cousin are heading up to Connecticut yesterday, and we took the Metro North from Grand Central, and we could not believe the amount of gorgeous single men that were on the train. Like, this is where they've been hiding, girls. This is where they've been hiding. So hear me out. So these guys are definitely not blacking out on a Friday night, hungover in bed all day Saturday. No. You know what they're doing? They're hopping on the train. They're going to see their mom. They're going to see their grandma. They're going to see their friends that have homes, actual homes. These guys are not. They are actual people that have actual adult things to do. And this is where they've all been hiding. So girls, if you want to find a husband, get the out of New York City and just take the train. Go shopping with the girlies. Go plan a Connecticut day. I promise you, you will come back and you will have 17 phone numbers. Okay, so wish me luck.
This guy's been trying to take me out on a date for the longest time, so I caved and I was like, sure, okay. I'm free 2 weeks from when we were speaking on a Friday. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he messages me the next day and he's like, good morning, text, like sends me whatever. And I was like, look, do you mind just like not texting me? Because I don't really like messaging back and forth and I would prefer to meet with you in person and chat them because I'm quite busy during the week. And he's like, oh, sure, no worries. So I was like, message me on Friday with all the details and I'll be there. Thursday comes along. This is the Thursday before the date and I haven't heard a thing from him. I don't know where we're going, what the date is. And I'm talking to my friend and I'm like, this guy has been trying to get me on a date for the longest time and it's Thursday. We're supposed to be going out tomorrow and I haven't heard anything from him. And she's like, really? Nah, scrap that. Don't go. And I was like, well, I did say to him that don't message me until Friday because I don't like to message back and forth. And she's like, well, that's why he hasn't messaged you. It's not Friday yet. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't mean it like that. Like, I want to know before. I want you to message me before to let me know what we're doing. Like, why can't you read my mind?
Here's what high value men want from a woman. Accountability. In the same way you beg him to be more vulnerable with you, he wants you to be more responsible. In the same way that you would want him to open up and be emotional, he wants you to be more grounded and regulated. In the same way you want him to lead with strength, he wants you to follow without fight every single time. In the same way you want him to hold space for your feelings, he wants you to own your emotions without making him pay for them, because a high quality man is not scared of your emotions. He's tired of the emotional chaos without any ownership. There's a difference. Show me a woman who takes full responsibility for what she creates in her life, and I'll show you a woman surrounded by quality, kind, protective men. Show me a woman who complains, blames, and believes men are the problem, and I'll show you exactly why she keeps attracting the very thing that she hates. Polarity isn't men versus women, okay? It's those two roles done right. And the moment you take yours seriously, you stop repeating the same story.
Okay, so to all the men in my comment section saying that they don't ask women out anymore because they think they're going to be labeled as creepy or they're going to go straight to jail. I mean, that's okay. Let's not, first of all, generalize entire group of people. No one should ever do that about any group of people. Number one. Number two, if you're totally happy, like not being with a woman again, that's like totally fine. Like go live in your peace. But if you're someone that does want to be with a woman, it does need to be talked about. Clearly, there are a lot of men that feel like women have been like mean to them or like they think they're going to like go to jail if they ask them out. I mean, there are a few very important questions here. How are you walking up to women? What are you saying? What are you doing? Now, if you're just like a nice guy who's genuinely just interested in someone, you're walking up to them and you're asking them out, and a girl lashes out on you, yeah, that's not cool. And that's where women are part of the problem. So the comments would be a little more insightful if you know, it didn't just say like, all women suck, we don't try anymore. That's just not gonna help anything unless you genuinely just don't care. So if you could comment on how to bridge the gap better, then that would be awesome. A lot of you are saying like, well, women, you ask us out too. Right, but like also just as you're saying that we should be able to ask you out, you should also equally be able to ask us out. And at the end of the day, I do think this all comes back to confidence. I think it does.
Men do not play hard to get. Work is just so crazy. I'm just so busy. I am going to hold your hand when I say this, and you're going to want to save this video for later. I have been on dates with men who are actually busy, men with companies, men who are executives, and you know what they are excellent at? Prioritization and running their calendar. So you want to know the difference between the guy who is actually busy and the one who couldn't give a about you, I will tell you. The guy who is actually busy responds to your message and says, I have back-to-back meetings all day. Let me call you at 7 and we'll figure this out. He calls you at 7, you guys figure it out, and it's handled. But the guy who couldn't give a about you, there's no consistency. There's no follow through. He keeps telling you all the things that he wants to do, and then he sits on his and he does absolutely nothing about it. But the guy who actually follows through, don't get it twisted. He's not doing it for you. He's doing it because that's who the heck he is. That's how he built his life. That's how he earned his success. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. The guy who is genuinely busy might not always be available, but he will never leave you guessing where you two stand, and his actions reflect it. And the best part about dealing with men like this is they free up your mental space. You're in your feminine energy. You're on top of you're focused on your fitness, your business. One guy will move mountains for you, help you build an empire, looking the best you've ever looked. The other guy will have you on a first-class flight to the lowest point of your life, looking like a rat in New York City.
Can you please tell me where the masculine men are out there?
I suppose that depends on what one's definition of masculine is. However, they happen to be everywhere, but a lot of them are hiding.
Seems like there's more men nowadays that want to be the woman in the relationship.
Let's hear this one out.
What happened to the chivalrous man? They're far and few between.
Modern feminism happened, convincing men that they suffered from toxic masculinity and that women can do everything on their own, so they don't need men to act in a chivalrous manner.
If you are them, where do we find you?
They've been out there the whole time, but frankly, a lot of them are avoiding contact with a lot of women because they never know which ones are going to yell at them for holding open a door.
It's not the local Home Depot. I've seen that trend. Like, oh, go find your man at Home Depot. No, the guy that's there on a Saturday morning is there because his wife sent him there to get the shit to work on a project.
Okay.
Maybe I can find you at Costco in the meat market.
Meat market, huh? Yeah, I'm not touching that one.
But literally, what happened to the masculine men? Where do I find you? Where do women in general find you? And when did men become such little dusty boys? All right, rant over.
Honestly, women have no one but themselves to blame for this in modern feminism because they constantly demanded that men change their ways and stop being so toxically masculine, and this is the result. So, again, be careful what one asks for because you just might get it.
One of the most demonic quotes I've ever heard: happy wife, happy life. Because if she's not happy, the whole house is in turmoil. Let me walk on eggshells. Don't want to upset her, because if I upset the wife, the whole house has to suffer. Stop giving place to the devil. You can't go around blaming people. Well, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Go get on the right side. Get back in. Roll over and try it again. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit. As I've said before, meek does not mean weak. It means strength under control. Quiet does not mean silent. It means peace and tranquility from within. Guess who has to do that? You.
Yeah, better listen to this one. She's describing me, first of all. Second of all, this whole happy life, happy wife, that's not true. You can have a happy wife and still have a life. You can have a pissed off wife and a happy life. So I don't believe that's true, happy wife, happy life. I do believe, do your best to make your wife happy, but at the end of the day, you can't make your wife happy. Only she can make herself happy. So I would say happy self. Something shelf, I don't know.
So you are not my type, shorty.
Shut your ass up, nigga. Look at your lips. Oh my god. So, those are like overly.
Bro, females don't know how to take rejection nowadays. Obviously, you getting mad. I'm just not interested.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck what you say to me. You're a monkey. Look at you. You're ugly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not interested.
Ugly.
You've been dismissed. Goodbye. Yo, y'all are not my type.
You big gorilla ass bitch. Talking about you're ugly. Don't get up on here and talk about some because I don't play with you on no day.
So yo, go ahead and skip me.
Look at you though. First of all, can we start there? Can you look at yourself talking about you're not my type? I would never.
I don't got time for y'all, bro. Just go ahead and skip me.
I don't have time for your ass bitch with your big lip ass bitch. I don't have time for you.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Cause you was just talking. Now you don't want to talk. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
Oh, you are not my type, gang.
It's because I'm white. Hey.
Nah, I just don't like the way you look.
You look like a cartoon character. I don't like the way you look, bro. Bro, your lips are bigger than mine. Do you suck?
Oh, nah.
Oh, hell, what?
Yeah, it's a no for me. Go ahead and skip.
You are a no for me.
Nah, yo, y'all not my type, bro. Just skip me.
And you're not our type.
Bro, so skip me, bro. Why y'all still here?
Big ear nigga.
So skip me.
You're hit.
You're not the hottest thing since sliced cheese, gang. You look like a dude, bro.
You're not. Say cheese.
Skip me.
Say cheese.
Skip me.
Exactly.
So you are not my type.
Being called wife material or wifey material is actually an insult. What that essentially means is that you look trainable, submissive, and subordinate. As a divorce lawyer, I hear this phrase thrown around like it's a compliment, when really it's a checklist for how controllable a woman appears. When most men talk about wife material, they aren't talking about partnership. They aren't talking about emotional intelligence. They aren't talking about ambition, stability, character, or strength. What they really mean is she won't challenge me, she won't question me, she won't outgrow me. They want a wife who fits into their life, not one who builds a life with them. They want someone who bends easily, forgives quickly, sacrifices constantly, and complains never. That is not wife material. That is unpaid labor dressed as compatibility. Men say they want a traditional wife because they think that means obedience on demand. But when you flip the script and ask if they are traditional husbands who provide, protect, lead, and sacrifice, suddenly the room gets very quiet. The tradition they want only applies to her. Men will overlook the woman who challenges them, inspires them, and expects accountability, and instead pursue the woman who seems easier to manage. Not because she's better, but because she is less threatening to their ego. But here's the part that men forget. The woman who looks like wife material on the outside might also be the one who wakes up one day and realizes she has been performing instead of living. And that is exactly when she ends up in my office. Not because she failed as a wife, but because he failed to understand that being a wife is not a personality trait. It is a role in a partnership, and a partnership requires effort from both sides. A real wife is not silent. She is not ornamental. She is not waiting to be shaped or instructed. A real wife is a force. She's a builder. She's a multiplier. She brings value because she values herself first. So if wife material means obedient, submissive, and easy to manipulate, then no thank you. That is not a compliment. That is a warning sign. If a man wants wife material, he needs to become husband material. Otherwise, he's not looking for a partner. He's looking for an employee. And last I checked, marriage is not a job posting.
You know, a lot of these modern women be talking real big. They be talking real big and got 2 baby daddies, got trust issues, got trauma that she ain't worked through, but she still want a man with none of that. He ain't got no kids, clean slate, no baggage, great, fantastic 800 credit score, fantastic credit, got a house, got a whole bunch of stuff that you don't got. And then I want you to be patient with me. I want you to build me up. I want you to make me the most important person in your life, even though you always gonna be last priority. And that's something that you think that a man would want.